Okay, gadgets have been added into Stadium, so now we're gonna run through each and every single one of them and find out what they'll do. So it is noted, but you can only have one gadget in your inventory at once. See if I buy Colossus Core, we can't buy any other ones. If I buy Feathered Souls, can't buy any other ones. So make sure you pick the right one for your time, and that's if you even need it. The cooldowns of these are really long, so I don't know how useful they're gonna be to you. So first one, Aura Repellent, has a 35-second cooldown. On use, knock back all enemies within 8 meters. So let's see. I don't have it equipped. Okay, wait, hold on. Just pushing them all away. Oh, so you get to fart on your enemies, huh? 35 seconds is so long. It's like a Lucio boo.
Watch your step.
Not bad. Our next item, Barrier Snippet. Gain 50 over health for 3 seconds on a 45-second cooldown. It's really long for like not that much health. I don't know about these ones. Here we go. Exo Springs. Holding crouch increases jump height of your next jump by 250%. 50-second cooldown. That's good. Okay, like this one I can see being used, but still a really long cooldown. But I guess if you only need to jump up in one spot, it's not that big of a deal. I can see this being used on some points like Ilios. 15 seconds, really long time. Next one, Feathered Souls. On use, gain 25% move speed for 5 seconds. Dealing damage removes this bonus. Oh, 20-second cooldown. This is dealing damage, not taking damage. So you can do it while, I guess, running away. Running away. There's no move speed. Then I activate it. A little faster. Okay. I can see that being used for escapes. I wonder if it gets affected by movement abilities. Let's say I jump. Like, will it send me farther? So in case you didn't know, base jump moves you about 20 meters. We activate it. And then jump. No, it doesn't affect move speed. Maybe if I hold W, it'll be different. There's W with the jump, 22 meters, give or take. Now with the item, activate it. That's about the same. So it doesn't really affect movement speed or movement abilities. Okay. We have Medkit. Restore 20 life every 1 second for 10 seconds. Taking damage, remove this bonus. So this is like that item in Deadlock. That's like, it's like a little less than a Zen Orb, but you heal up 200 health over 10 seconds, which isn't bad. I just don't know if it's that good. Like, why would I take this over something like Armored Vest? Like, that's what I'm wondering, right? Or even Siphon Gloves. Siphon Gloves gives you the base 25 HP. So I guess this also gives you 25 HP. I don't know. I feel like there's better items to take. That's just my take on the common items. All right, let's see the rare items. Dashing Skates, 20-second cooldown, 25 health, 5% movement speed, on use, dash for short distance. Not bad. It's like a slower Tracer Blink. I can see this maybe being used for Cass. Maybe Cassidy uses it, but pretty okay. Next gadget, Field Support. 20-second cooldown, 25 armor, 5% weapon power. On use, place a biotic field at your location that restores 50 life every 1 second for 5 seconds. So that's what, 250 health? But it places a biofield, so you have to sit in it. I guess you could heal other people with it too. It doesn't look like it gives you ult charge. Does not appear so. So it doubles the healing speed of the previous item, but it makes it so you have to stand in place. Next one, Kitsune Snippet. 35 seconds cooldown, 25 shields, 5% cooldown reduction. On use, gain 50 over health and 25% move speed for 5 seconds. If you are debuffed, gain additional 100 over health. I don't know. Can you use it if you're slept? I don't have anyone here to test it with me, but I guess you could find out. Or if you know in the comments, message down below and I'll pin your comment. Very expensive too. 4,000? You do move really quick though. But by the time you use it, it's 30-second cooldown, so you better use it wisely. Alright, that's all the rare items. Time to go into the epic ones. And first up for 9,000, we have Kitsune Charm. On a 45-second cooldown, it gives you 50 shields, minus 40% incoming negative effect duration. On use, cleanse yourself of most negative effects. I'm assuming that doesn't apply to Ryan Earthshatter, like regular Suzu doesn't. Restore 75 life and gain invulnerability and 75% move speed for 0.65 seconds. Very long cooldown for a Suzu. So it's like just cast Suzu on yourself and that's it. See, comparing this to the previous item, it costs 9,000, but it doesn't give you the duration effect. You know, the cooldown is 10 seconds longer, but you only get the movement speed for 0.65 seconds. I get you get invulnerability, but the movement speed is the really strong part, no? Just being able to move that little distance is like, if you miss it by a little bit, now you're screwed for 45 seconds, and it takes up an item slot. So that's something to be worried about. Then we have Jet Skates, 12-second cooldown. That's more like it. 25 health, 10% weapon power, 10% ability power, dash a short distance. Okay, for 9,500 credits. It's the same as the last one. Is it? Wait. Yeah, it's the exact same distance as the last one. Except now, you get 10% weapon power and ability power, but it costs almost triple the amount. I guess the cooldown as well is a bit lower. I don't know if this is worth it. It's like 3 times the price for the same effect. At most, you're going to need to use one anyways. It doesn't seem that worth to buy this item. Necrotic Repellent. 20-second cooldown, 50 shields, 15 ability power. Unused, knock back and slow all enemies within 8 meters and apply healing reduction for 3 seconds. But if you're knocking them back, wouldn't you want to be able to shoot them? So you slowed a little bit and anti-heal for 3 seconds. Okay. And that's what? Every 20 seconds I can do that? It seems counter redundant, no? What, like knocking them back and then slowing them and then anti-healing them, or I guess applying healing reduction? Why wouldn't you just want to apply the slow and the healing reduction? It's a bit odd. Pretty odd choice for this item. Anyways, that brings us to our next one. Super Serum. 35-second cooldown. It gives you 25 health, 10% attack speed, 10% weapon lifesteal, and on use, increase your total attack speed by 50%, but deal 15% reduced weapon damage and healing for 5 seconds, and it reloads all your ammo. 15% reduced weapon damage. Yeah, on Winston is different, because this is just plus 35% damage, because weapons or attack speed and weapon damage is the same for Winston, but it's not the same for someone like Reinhardt. Orisa, it's kind of the same, but not quite as much. It's very hard to find a use case. I guess for Winston it would work, but it's 35 seconds. The good thing is that it reloads all your ammo. Do it again. That's what it looks like. Now when I activate it. Very odd item. I don't know how useful this is either. It seems so specific. Like, the question is it worth the slot and the money, or the and the money, compared to just buying something like booster jets, right? So it's 35% attack speed, like on Winston specifically I'm talking right now. It'd be 35% extra damage, right? Because attack speed is weapon damage, or attack speed is the same as weapon damage for Winston on at least the primary fire. Why not just buy booster jets instead? Get that all the time instead of every 35 seconds. I guess this does give you 10% attack speed and some lifesteal, but that 35 seconds that's really getting me. Okay, well, anyways, on to the next item. We have Colossus Core. 45-second cooldown, 10% health, armor, and shields. You have 45% knockback resistance, 40% slow resistance. Oh, okay. I think just for the stats alone, that's pretty good. For knockback resistance, I kind of like that. On use, gain unstoppable. 25% damage reduction, 25% max life, and grow in size, but deal 25% reduced damage and healing for 3 seconds. Does not last that long at all. 3-second duration for a 45-second cooldown? For 11,000 is kind of crazy. Let's say, even the damage here. That 25% damage reduction is big hindrance. Cooldown is so long. Cooldown is way too long, I feel, for anyone to really want to use it. Okay, let me swap heroes. I have an idea of when maybe this can be used. Maybe Junker Queen can use it during ult. Let's see. Can I activate it during the start of my ultimate if I'm playing JP? No, you cannot activate the gadget during ultimates. You have to cast it beforehand. So I think this would be like the only use case. Maybe Reinhardt ultimate as well. Maybe Genji ultimate. Maybe Cassidy ultimate. Maybe.
Time for the reckoning.
Oh, I fell. Okay, wait, hold on. Cut that. So it does increase your size. Let's see here. But you have to cast it before casting your ultimate. But I could see this being the case so you don't get slept or rocked. It's not a great item, but it's not a bad item. It's mainly good because of the stats with the knockback and slow resistance. Because like that's very annoying on a character like Junker Queen or Reinhardt. But aside from that, I don't really know who else would use it. I guess you could use it in Primal since you're primarily knocking people back. But there's so many builds now that you could just obliterate people in Primal. So I don't know why you would still go that item for that gadget. Sorry. Alright, the final gadget. Refresher. 75-second cooldown. Reduce all ability cooldowns by 8 seconds. So it doesn't refresh anything, it just reduces them. This is like the item in Deadlock. Except the item in Deadlock has an equally long cooldown, and it resets everything, including your ultimate. I guess I can double bubble, but again, it's a whole item slot. For a 75-second cooldown, that gives me 25 health for $1,300. It's kind of a lot. Okay, here's my take on the gadgets. Right now, no gadget is ever worth buying over any of the other items in the game. The cooldowns for all the gadgets are far too long to be useful in any meaningful fashion for the amount that they cost. Speaking of cost, I actually think the price of them is very fair. However, I think the value of each item slot outweighs the value that a gadget brings to your kit. So what I think should happen is there should be an additional slot. Editor, put a slot here for visual purposes. There should be an additional slot so that, like, dedicated just to the gadget. Literally just add a slot and it'll make gadgets more worth it. That's my take. It's like, why would I ever buy dashing skates when I could buy more ammo? You know, I could buy shield buster. I could buy aftermarket firing pin. Like, everything else is just so much better. When I could buy three common items over a single dashing skates. Like, there's just no reason. There's just no reason to ever buy any of these items, in my opinion. At this current moment on release, I feel like the cooldowns are too long. Maybe things change when I get in game, but so far, first looking at all of these, there's just no reason to. Like, a 35-second cooldown for a Lucio boop is not worth 1,500 credits. You know, compared to having 25 armor all the time. Like, there's just no reason to do so. That's just my take. Gadgets definitely need a lot of work. They're cool, but something as simple as an extra or a dedicated item slot for them would be better. Yeah, I think that's my take on them. I think the cooldowns are far too long. Way too long on them. Some redundancy and something like necrotic repellent here. Knockback can slow all enemies. Why'd you want to knock them back if you're gonna slow them? Right? Don't you want to be close? I hope the gadgets get better. It's kind of a shame how they released. I hope Blizzard watches this video or hears feedback from the community to make them better. I love Stadium. It's a lot of fun. Sad to see gadgets released like this. But yeah, that's all of them explained. I hope you enjoyed. Next time. Chat, we're not ending. Don't turn off the stream just yet, guys. This is for the YouTube video, I promise. Winted.